Okay, so this is what the trail looks like. Right, so we're gonna get started. There's Nature Center, Julia Hall, Nature Trails, and Pollinator Path. What is Pollinator Path? Why is he taking that way? Your dad is over here by Pollinator Path. Come on, let's go. Why are we taking Pollinator Path? Why does that look like it's going off the beaten path? Well, it looks like there were 3 different ways that we could have gone. This is a 1-mile trail, by the way. This is a boardwalk area. It looks like we're gonna come off of this path. I don't know where it's gonna go, but let's see. Okay, I hope I got footage. I don't know if I went through this and got any footage, but anyhow, this goes in a circle. There's mulch, some mulch covered ground. Really cool. Has benches. So if you just want to sit in nature, then you have that available to you. The nice thing about this right now, surprisingly, is I'm not feeling any mosquitoes. I don't see very many spiders at all. I really haven't seen any spiders so far. Okay, come on. All right, so we're gonna head in this direction. We're gonna go left to the Nature Center and the Nature Trail, and there's also something called Julia Hall. So it looks like there are different species of woodpeckers. One thing that I've learned to look for in a nature trail is a bathroom, just to make sure that once I get on the trail, I don't have to go. And these are short trails. It's about a mile long, so the bathroom situation shouldn't be too bad. I don't really have to go right now because I didn't bother eating and I just had a little bit of water, so I'm not gonna go ahead and stop right now. I think I should be good for about a mile. Now, what I am curious to know is this gonna go in a circle, which I have a feeling is what's going to happen. All right, so the 2 that I had hiking with me have decided that they're gonna cop a squat and they're not gonna bother. Maybe they'll come a little bit later. So we have just come up to 2 different ways that we can go. There's New River Trail and there's Laurel Oak Trail. I have been on some trails where there's a fork in the road, and it's very important to kind of remember where you were, because when it's time to come back, sometimes you forget, well, which way did I go? And then you can end up on another long trail, not meaning to. Yeah, well, where did he go? Even though this trail is about a mile and shouldn't take too long if I were walking it, outright. There's so much to stop and see that it can take quite a bit of time to get through this. Along the way, there are little signs that talk about the different wildlife. And, you know, if you kind of stop just to look around and see if you can find the wildlife, then it makes for a really cool afternoon. So right now, I don't see any butterflies. I came out here with 4 people, and I seem to be hiking by myself at this point. 2 of them stayed behind, and well, my husband took off and went ahead of me. All right, so this is a nice seating area if you want to just kind of sit and listen to what's around you. Really peaceful and nice. Now, being that I'm a beginning hiker, these are the types of trails that I like, and I believe what my goal is actually going to be is to work my way up from trails like these to, you know, much longer trails. But right now I'm going to stick with the trails that are just under 2 miles. Oh, there's a butterfly right there. He's not flying. He was flying. There's information about the habitat. All right, so the elements of food, water, cover, and space make a habitat. All wildlife needs certain types of habitat in which to live. The best habitat is one that is the most natural, using native plants to simulate nearby habitat types provides for the needs and attracts the widest variety of wildlife. Now, being that it's the weekend, I feel it's a little bit more populated than what I probably would expect if I came out here during the week, because today is Saturday. Sometimes, even when you don't see any animal, you are aware of its presence by the signs it leaves. The tracks are probably the most positive identification left behind because every animal's tracks are distinct. See if you can find any of these tracks and discover what has passed here. Okay, it's really wet and mushy down here. I'm so happy that there's a boardwalk. I have seen people actually walking in mud through the Florida Trail, and I've only seen this on a video. I don't know that I'm ready for something like that. Oh, there's a spider. I don't know if you're able to see it. There it is right there. One of my biggest fears on a hike is spiders. If I see a spider web going from one branch to the next and is covering the trail, how do I get across that? So if you're an experienced hiker and you know, please let me know. The only thing that I can think is possibly a stick. I don't know, but that is something that really scares me. Okay, there are holes right here. I wonder what dug these holes. Okay, it looks like a tree just went down. I like going over these little bridges. Okay, here's another tree that just went down. Smaller limb. Oh, here's a bigger spider right here, but at least it's way up top. I don't know if you can actually see it. Luckily, the light cascades off of the webs, so that helps me to see it. But the last thing I want to do is just walk and not really pay attention and run into one of those things. I will flip out. Okay, so this is called Laurel Oak, I would imagine. Okay, see this low hanging, looks like a trellis. I have to watch for spiders. Okay, so under this I go. All right, ew. Ooh, yellow rat snakes. All right, now that's another thing that I am fearful of are snakes. And so far I don't see any, and I'm hoping not to see any. I like hiking. I like the idea of walking through nature, looking at what's around. It feels good and it's calming and soothing. The only thing is nature comes with insects and animals that I don't necessarily care for. The greater the diversity within the habitat, the more types of wildlife will use it. A variety of food sources, edges, forest layers, and habitat will enhance the wildlife value of the site. Providing habitat for more than one species, from insects to mammals, helps balance and stabilize the entire system. Okay, this is a low-hanging branch. Once again, when I see low-hanging branches, I'm thinking of spiders, so I am vigilant of that. Zebra longwing. Ooh, what am I hearing? Okay, looks like they're talking about 4 different types of birds here: the mockingbird, eastern bluebird, the cardinal, and the yellow-rumped warbler. It says, listen, depending on the season, you may hear the delightful sounds of tiny, colorful warblers and other songbirds in the trees. Over 4,000 species, nearly half the world's birds, have the highly developed vocal organs to create such complex vocalizations. As with most birds, their songs establish their territory or attract a mate, but songbirds may have diverse and elaborate repertoires. Okay, is this a fork in the road again? All right, so here I'll go to the right. I'm going to the nature center, and I feel like I've already been here. Okay, I'm not really sure which way to go. I'm hoping that this goes in a circle. But what does this say? Signs of wildlife. Did I read this already? All right, so I'm gonna take a left, and if it looks like I've already been down this path, then I'll turn around and go back toward the nature center, which I probably have already been down this path. Oh my, wow, I'm sweating. It's super hot out here. Look at this tree. Wow, look at the roots. I feel like I've been here before, but it just seems so different. I don't remember any of this. Cocoa plum. Okay, yeah, I remember seeing that sign. Oh, that looks like a loop, and is taking me back in the same direction that I was in before. I haven't seen anybody that I came here with. They all just disappeared. Are they just sitting there? I tried not to come alone, and I'm still alone. Okay, why do I feel like I'm just kind of walking in a circle? I don't want to go in there. I thought I'd be put back on the path where there was a fork in the road, and yeah, I'm going right back in a circle again. Okay, so each time that I come out on a hike, I learned something new. And one of the things that I'm learning from this experience is that it's probably a good idea to have a map, or to at least know direction of the trail. Because I thought that I was actually going to come back to the fork in the road, and I don't see the fork in the road. I'm just going back in a circle. All over again. I got a little water in my little bag. Ew, what are those? Okay, there's something in those holes. I don't know. Well, one of them is crawling back in right now. I don't know what that is. Oh, it's a little crab. Ew. So this is where you were the whole time? This is what we do on our hike?
So what?
This is what we do on our hike?
Yeah, I'm hiking.
So now we're on, I forgot the name of it, Laurel something trail. And this one's a little bit longer. And hubby's probably just gonna go ahead of me and be waiting at the end. Now I will say this, if you're gonna walk through this, just walk it and not read anything, it's going to be kind of quick. But I'm stopping to kind of look around, look at my environment, listen to what I'm hearing. It's a pretty nice experience when you just kind of slow it down and take in all there is to see. Okay, I got a fly after me right now. Come on. Okay, well, sit there, just catch up. Okay, this I guess would be Royal Palm, or would it? I'm not sure. There are signs along the way showing the different types of trees, I would imagine. Is this a fig tree? Okay, so this is saying it's a strangler fig. I feel that doing some of the smaller hikes also gives you an opportunity to learn more about what's out here in nature, some of the trees, resurrection fern, so that if you do something a lot more serious, you would kind of know, you'd have a little bit more experience being around various type of wildlife and the different types of plants. Okay, here we go, another fork in the road. All right, so this one's saying back to nature. That's going back the way we came, but this is one direction and this is another. I would think that they loop. So this way to nature play, this way to the river. Which way should we go? Now, I would probably come back here just to kind of learn a little bit more about the trees. There is more direction to go in and over there, but we're going to take a right.
That's a dead something.
Ooh. Okay, we just found something dead. Oh, yuck. Looks like it could be a raccoon. I'm so thankful for a boardwalk. Okay, what's underneath it? Okay, so I would imagine this is where a search owl would be located. It says this small owl has feather tufts on its head and can be either reddish or grayish brown in color. The screech owl makes its home in forests, swamps, parks, and residential gardens. Like most other owls, it is nocturnal or active at night, so it is heard more often than seen. Okay, mangroves. It looks like there are 3 different types. There's red mangrove, black mangrove, and white mangrove. It says red mangroves thrive along southern coast, one of the few trees that can live in salt water. Their arching prop roots trap silt, building islands. Black mangroves grow further inland, surrounded by erect pencil-like roots called pneumatophorus, I believe that is. White mangroves occupy the highest elevation. Together, these 3 hardy species form a dense tangle, often impenetrable by people, but a wonderful habitat for wildlife. Okay, it looks like we're approaching water. We are off of US 84. And if I'm not mistaken, this is Davie. It stops back there.
Yeah.
Okay. Huh? Okay. Now this is the part that I remember when I came here ages ago. Oh, there are a bunch of coconuts over here. And now one of the things that I do like about being here is there's a lot of tree coverage, so I don't have to worry about walking in the hot sun. Okay, it looks like this comes to an end, I guess. I guess this trail is being repaired, or trail closed, turn back. Okay. So it says here, U-turn required. A small portion of the north loop of the New River Trail is closed due to construction of the new Manatee Observation Deck, tentatively scheduled to open in late summer of 2023. So that is why it is closed. Okay, so I just made it back to the nature center. It's cool. Oh, nice fan. All right. So once again, more opportunities for to be educated on the different wildlife out here. This is more than just hiking. This is actually learning a lot about nature, which I really like. Different butterflies, insects. Not that I'm gonna keep the name in my head. Is this poop? I don't feel like I have enough time to really explore the way I'd like to, because I think you guys want to leave. Okay, exercising is very important, doing some stretching when you're out here. I really didn't think to do that. Oh, my back. We have gotten to the nature center and my hike is over. Out of here I go. Thank you so much for watching my channel. I will be back with more nature walks, hikes. If you enjoyed this, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Give me a thumbs up if you did like it. And don't forget to hit the notification bell. And I will see you guys in the next video. Okay, bye.